Alrighty, let's do a little practice here. So I've got my height set up to, I think, let me just check my settings to make sure here. Upward movement, it says standing and I've got it as high as possible, but I'm actually sitting in my chair right now. I haven't messed with height otherwise and haven't played the game in this mode, so the fact that I can't reach my pistol easily is already something that's bugging me. But anyway, I'm going to try use the power button to do the airflow glitch, so I'm just going to put my right hand next to my head with my middle finger on the power button here. And when I say press is when I'm going to start pressing the button to try and go out of bounds. I'm just going to practice this a few times until I get it. Press. I think that was too slow. Yep, it was too slow. Finger in place. Press. Close, but not quite. Press. Alright, so I heard just a little bit of the drop sound and went down a little bit before as I pressed it. I think that was a little too soon. So I think it has to fade to black as you're falling. Like it has to trigger as you fall, so. Press. It's a little late. But I think it's somewhere between those two. I think that's too slow. Might have got it. Got it. Alright, that was it. Now, I also figured out a good setup for making sure I get out of bounds. It's only worked once so far, but I think it's going to be pretty consistent. I want to get my level with that, oh shoot. Head here, sorry. I want to get my head level with this girder here. That's as far up as I need to go up the wall. Then I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to shoot for the straightest line right there, like right there on that beam. I'm just going to walk straight forward. If you go direct, you're going to get caught on El Gigante's shoulder, and it's an angled shot instead of a straight shot from there. But if I can make it exactly in that seam next to the archway and the rock, you should get thrown out of bounds when they trigger. I got to hit A immediately. So straight ahead, trigger. I think it worked. Nope. No idea if it's random or not. Oh well. Did not work. So this is why we practice. Checkpoint. Also, I love the fact that they let us finally change laser colors in this update. That's a nice touch. I prefer green. Easier to see. Oh, 2 for 2? What? Let's go. Right there. I'm a little higher than I was before. But again, we want to go just right for that straight shot. I'm actually standing over a little bit off center over the pit. Straight shot. Hold A. Walk straight. If you can touch that wall, then you're in. You're good. So we're out of bounds here. Which is kind of cool. I'm gonna look around for just a second. Well, yeah, that's it. You're out of bounds at this point. goodies, head out the door. But I'm going to practice this a little bit more here. So the nice thing is as long as we don't go through the door, this will reset exactly the same way and we can practice again. So there's a bit of a time lapse between when I press the button and when it actually like triggers the fade out and the power option. So we're going to try again here. Press. Just a little bit slow. Press. Got it. Loving it. Loving it. So I did go a little bit higher than the last time. So I'm going to go ahead and scale up to maybe like this little slant here. I'm going to position myself here before I go in. Shot, skip. Got it. A little bit of blood is a small price to pay to not have to fight these guys, especially in again. All right, so we're gonna climb the ladder. Get in position. I got my finger on the power button. Slide down. Press. Too slow. But getting it in like 2 shots is probably worth it. When I do this, I look directly at that control panel, like I stare at it like I'm staring someone in the eyes. But as soon as the lip of that pit is just out of the bottom of my field of vision of my goggles, which won't be apparent on a YouTube recording of this, but on goggles it will be, that's when I opt to press the button. So, finger in position. Press. It's just a little bit slow. So maybe a frame or two after that lip disappears from the bottom of my field of vision. Sometimes that process will disrupt your camera orientation when you come back in. I've noticed that happens with pass-through as well. Alright, so slide and then here we go. Press. That was just a hair early. I was mid-air when it switched, but I wasn't in the right spot. Tight window. Press. You need to press the button somewhere between that edge disappearing from your field of view and this dropping you. Got it. Of course, I didn't say when I pressed it, but that's what I said. As soon as it disappeared from my field of view, to the right angle. Straight in. Alright. One more time. Think we're getting there. I just need to make it consistent enough where we can do it on a run. So, actually, one thing I want to do real quick, we're going to go back here and switch to seated. But I do like this height. So changes. And we'll go to load. Alright, cool. That was standing head. So now my head's all messed up, so I should figure out a different pattern for seated. So I'm gonna do this in seated. One thing you can notice when you're doing the float properly is when you cross this threshold, if you're high enough, like you'll see my camera will shift up or down as you step across it. And that doesn't happen when you float. Got it. Here, walk on the rock. Right, back in the middle over here, and then walk straight into the door. Press. Cool. So, about the same, a little bit different. For the most part, still pretty much the same. So that works real well. We're gonna do it again. Get over the ladder, climb on up. Climb. Get position, hand on the button. Say. Slow. Too slow. Side of the rocks is good. Alright, so that's it. I'm going to do the trick one more time, see if I can get it 2 in a row. Otherwise, I think I'll probably just do one more good success on it. finish the setup. I'll go over the setup one more time. So, here's a run through. You go in the room, you gather all the stuff you want, because you're not coming back through once you do the trick. You go out the door, come back in. This is the current starting point. The trick is, we're going to go up the ladder, swing down the swing, or swing down the zip line, and as soon as the zip line, the way I do it, while seated at my current height, I stare directly at those two gauges. They look like eyes. While looking at that, when this metal lip just comes out of my field of vision, is when I'm going to press the power button on the side of my head to set up the glitch. So I'm going to go ahead and do it, and I'll say press when I push the button. Press. We got it. And you come over here. You line up so that your head, your eyes, if you're looking straight forward, are kind of even with kind of this rectangular piece here or just above it. You want to be above this bar. It's possible to do it lower than that, but I don't know. I'm not going to fuss with that. The important thing is that you're airborne. You stand right about dead even. You want to go in a straight line at the door. You don't want to come at an angle. And then you want to come straight in. So I'm in here. You skip the cutscene. Run straight. The door. Push it down. I'm going to wind up in the wall. And that's going to put me on the other side. Hey, shotgun shells. So, hopefully you guys learned from that. You guys can extract it from the end of the video, but I'd say that I've found a pretty decent setup for it now. And, shout outs to Hippo for discovering this, because it is an amazing trick. It really is. You can't even hurt me. You can't hurt him either. This wall will bring you out. I wonder if I can shoot it. No, I'm like... Too much barrier in the way. They can't hurt me anymore. I'm stuck in here. So, checkpoint. Anyway, that's the trick. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Thanks for watching.